What's going on, people? What's really good? It's your boy Marv, and this is the Nerds in the Hood. Yes, sir, ski. We are back again, folks. I am very excited, and I want y'all to know why. First off, appreciate y'all pulling up, watching another video of mine. I appreciate it. If you can go ahead and hit that like button, if you can go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, and if you can go ahead and comment if you like the video, just send a shout out. Send a shout out. If you could do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will keep going. Anyway, I'm really excited because got a doozy of an episode because once again in 2025, I'd like to welcome back for the first time the Movie Pass movement. Yes. If you're new to this, let me explain. The Movie Pass movement is where I, Marv, acquired the services of AMC to get the Stubs premiere list. I have gotten it. I have had it for a little while now. It's been close to a year. Anyway, the whole reason is because I wanted to review more movies, but I know that it's not cheap to just keep going to the movies. I'm not getting invited to movie premieres yet. Fingers crossed one day. But for right now, this will allow me to do everything for the low. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get to see these movies at least 3 times a week, and at the end of the day, I'm only paying one movie ticket per month. So I can live with that. So I've done it for a little while, but I took a little break. Winter was crazy. The boy got sick. A lot of different weather changes. But anyway, we are back at it. Nerds in the Hood. First movie I'm going to review of the year in terms of a theatrical release is One of Them Days. Now, don't get me wrong. I am late to the party. I am well aware. That is okay. But better late than never, you know what I mean? If you're in the hood, you know when you show up late, that's when the party really get jumping. Anyway, this film starred Keke Palmer, legendary actress in the black community, legendary actress, period. Musician SZA, making, I believe, her film debut, leading lady. And it also starred a lot of other people that I was not expecting. Like, we saw Cat Williams in the trailer, you saw Janelle Dreams in the trailer, but I wasn't expecting Lil Rel Howery to have a quick cameo. Was not at all. Wasn't expecting my man Amin Joseph, aka Uncle Jerome, to have himself a quick cameo. So Vanessa Bell Calloway, who is a legend herself, but it was a lot of different people I wasn't expecting. Maud Apatow, well, you've seen her in the trailer, so you knew she was coming. So anyway, this film was, to me, it was almost like a spiritual successor to Friday, mixed with a pinch of Insecure and a pinch of just the other movie, Lottery Ticket, which to me was also another spiritual successor to Friday. And the reason I say that is because this is a buddy comedy, of course, but it has a lot of the elements of those buddy comedies that you see where it's like Friday or How High or a lot of that, and it's just a hood film. But it's a good hood film. Long story short, it's about 2 women, one woman named Drew, who spelled Dreux, and another woman named Alyssa. Drew is played by Keke Palmer, Alyssa is played by SZA. These 2 women just have themselves a hell of a day because they accidentally lost their rent money. They have until the end of the day to get the rent money so they can not be homeless. And a bunch of other crazy stuff ensues, all while Drew is trying to better herself with a job interview that she has coming up. And Alyssa is just trying to, get through the day because it is one of them days. Every other person I said earlier that's in the film has their own role to play, whether it is major or minor. But it all helps push the story along in a very hilarious way. Whether it's Janelle James' nurse, who is terribly bad at just being a nurse, or Cat Williams' character Lucky, who just steals the show just by saying wild conspiracy theories and all types of other stuff. And just so you know, Issa Rae is not in this film. You've probably seen her doing a lot of press tours and joining the ladies on like Hot Ones and stuff like that, but she's not in the film. She does have a quick cameo. Her voice is used at a certain point in the film. spoilers, of course, is used at a certain point in the film when they enter a lone place. But physically, you do not see her. You do not see her walk in. You do not see her say, like, actually say something. You just hear her voice. And that's okay. That is okay. Because the movie was fine with or without her. But she actually did not write this film. She did not direct the film. The writing credits 100% go to Sarita Singleton. But Sarita has written for Insecure and the show Rap Shit, which are two Issa Rae projects. And Lawrence Lamont is a director. He's also helped out with Rap Shit. So there is that Issa Rae magic that is involved in this film. And you can't be mad at that because, like I said, this is a really funny film. A lot of the scenes reminded me of Friday. It reminded me, like, there's a lot of chase scenes. It also brings about the fact that they had to get money or a lot of crazy stuff was going to happen to their lives. But it did go that goofier mile, and that's what made it cool because there was a lot of goofy scenes. Like the beginning of the movie, you know, Drew's working at a restaurant, and this dude is trying to fix a machine, and the machine basically just almost explodes on him, and your man gets like pushed into the wall, basically. And it was so crazy. SZA getting electrocuted for some Jordans. Drew almost dying on several occasions. Like, it was just a lot of different vibes where you're like, man, this is almost cartoon-esque, but in such a good way. Maud Apatow, who is the daughter of Judd Apatow and Leslie Mann, played a very important role too because she also allowed us to laugh at gentrification once again, especially in the Gen Z community. Because this girl came in with her dog, who was named Shooter, which sounds like a Gen Z type name for a dog, and came into the jungles, which I never been there, but it felt like it was the projects to me when I saw it. I was like, this is like a project kind of vibe. And she was just so happy-go-lucky, like, hi, everybody, what's going on? What are we, I'm here, but, da-da-da. She was the only white girl in there. And all the black people in the project was like, oh, here we go. Here goes the neighborhood. And it was funny. She even was making her own thing. I have a little Prosecco with Pals night. Like, that to me was classic. To where Keke Palmer later responded, like, you still doing that Prosecco with bitches thing? So it was those interactions that made you feel like you could see that in real life. And sometimes those are the interactions you want to make it funny. You want to have that fun where you could feel like you could see yourself there. Fun fact, another thing they did in the movie, which I thought was improvised, it was called a hot Chino martini. Keke Palmer actually made this and apparently is really good. So I don't do hot Cheetos, but if I ever come across a hot Chino martini in a bar, if it gets popular enough, I'll try one. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll try one for the hell of it, for the culture. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see this movie really honestly become a franchise. I know the director was very inspired by movies like Baps and other films like that back in the day, but this was like a female Friday. Like, okay, you probably don't remember this movie. I think it was called Booksmart, right? Booksmart, to many people, was the female Superbad. Nobody is saying it was better than Superbad, but they're saying that it was good enough that it reminded you of Superbad, but if all the leads were just females, right? This is basically what that is to me. I feel like it's like Friday, but instead it's a female-led Friday. Or when Ocean's 11 made a female version, even though it wasn't that good, it still was that kind of vibe where you're like, yo, I'm with this. I'm for this. I will watch it. But this is something I could see it being like they make a sequel and it's called Another One of Them Days. You know what I'm saying? Or The Last One of Them Days or something like that. I can see this becoming a franchise. If you don't want to do a TV show, that's cool. But if you choose to make it like a trilogy, Issa Rae, you and your peoples need to get on that. Get Keke Palmer back in there. Get SZA back in there. They even had their own Debo. There was a bully named Bernice, and she was tough. She scared everybody. But they made, also, big shout out to Church's Chicken. They was bigging up Church's Chicken heavy. I have not eaten a Church's Chicken in so long. Church's Chicken, if you don't know, is it's funny because it shouldn't be so good, but it's really good. It's a good chicken spot. It doesn't get talked about like Popeyes. Doesn't get talked about like KFC. Those are the two biggest chicken chains out there, followed by Chick-fil-A. But gets some flowers. It gets a thumbs up here in Nerds in the Hood. Church's Chicken. If I ever run into that spot again, I might go in there and get me a few pieces before I get to an age where I can't really eat anymore. Anyway, all the scenes, like I said, they sold themselves. I could not stop laughing. It was just that funny, like I said, that funny black essence that we have, where we can just be just more out there as characters sometimes. And when we get to express that goofiness, when we get to express that goofy side and explore it more, but bring it home and make you see what you see in real life, chef's kiss. You know what I mean? One more thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna go to the rating. There was an actress in this film. Her name is Kayla Monteroso Mejia, right? Oh my gosh, this woman, this woman I've seen in so many different projects so far, and she's just played like just a side character. I've seen her in Abbott Elementary. I've seen her in Curb Your Enthusiasm, and now she was in this movie, and she was only in the film for probably like maybe 5 or so minutes. Oh my gosh. When I tell you this woman stole the show, she stole the show. If they do make another like 2 or 3 films about this, she got to keep being in this because she is funny. She was funny at Abbott. She stole the show in that. She stole the show in Curb Your Enthusiasm, and she set the tone for like this just attitude goofy chick. So I need to see more of her. She is hilarious. Keep doing your thing, sis. If you watch this, show love to Nerds in the Hood. Shout us out on your Instagram. Anyway, let's bring it up there. Let's bring it up the Nerds in the Hood rating system. If you've seen our show, you already know how we rate and what we rate. And I have the ratings and what they mean right next to them. So without further ado, it's easy enough to say, from what you've heard me say, that this movie is valid. It is definitely one of the funniest movies I've seen so far in 2025, even though we're only 2 months in, basically. But it really has potential to be probably one of the top funniest films of the year. I know people ain't going to give it that props, but maybe that's because something else came out that was funnier, and I'll let that be. But in terms of a theatrical movie, it did what it was supposed to do. It's not just a chick flick. It's not just a black film. It's a funny comedy. And that deserves every right to get the respect and the flowers it does deserve. Shout out to Issa Rae. Shout out to Kiki Palmer. Everybody involved in this film. This is SZA's first film. I think it's Janelle James' first film. So it was just good to see so many people join in on this project. And I love, like, black people, we make a lot of movies with an all-star cast all the time. And some of the movies really are underrated. Like School Dance, for example. If you haven't seen that, come on. It was like a modern day Harlem Nights. I said it. I said it right on YouTube. I said it. So please, whenever you see these films that have like all-star casts or at least a good amount of all-stars, check it out, because you never know how funny it just might be. And One of Them Days proved that to me. Very funny film. Just go see it. That's all I'm saying. If it's still in theaters when you see this video, go see it. If not, wait for it to hit streaming. You won't be disappointed either way. But I'm going to keep it there. Keep it brief. And hey, I appreciate y'all. Once again, the Movie Pass movement is back. I got more on the way. Weather's starting to warm up, so that means your boy's definitely about to see a few more films out here. But until then, make sure you follow on our link tree in the description. Check out what the Nerds in the Hood is doing all over social media with the content that we are brewing. And I will see you next time. I just reviewed One of Them Days, the movie, and this is One of Them Reviews on Nerds in the Hood with your boy Marv. Peace.